Alright guys, I'm heading to Fairland. I woke up late, so I didn't make the group ride. Alright, I got these warmer gloves. I've been using these construction gloves for a while. These are my summer gloves, by the way. In the summer, I just cut the tips of it. Then that way I have fingerless gloves, but springtime, I'll use these. But now it's 20 degrees, so I got these warmer ones. So that's what I'm going to be using. I'm a little worried about riding when it's icy. It actually seems a little on the dangerous side. You know what, I'm going to walk it here. Not that bad. You can see the tire tracks from, I guess, the earlier group today. The last time I came here, I guess it was a snow day, but I guess everything was melting. And I thought, okay, maybe this is what I'll do. But when I posted the video, it was a lot of hate. You know, like a lot of the riders that ride here are really kind of expert quality sort of guys. And they really know like all of the little sections here. Yeah, these guys that started out riding today were at 9 in the morning. For me, that's way too early. But it feels pretty good out. You know, once you start moving your body, you definitely warm up. But I'm not worried too much about that. I used to ride my bike every single day. You know, I was watching a couple of videos, mountain bike videos, two in particular, where two riders got, oh shit, the pavement, you can't even see the pavement here. So, two riders got spinal injuries and became paralyzed, and then I became very paranoid. One of the accidents that I saw, the guy fell just like I fell at Meadowwood. Just a very simple, didn't seem that big of a fall. He just clipped the tree and went down, and he got paralyzed from that. So now I'm like really paranoid of seeing that one guy fall and just hit a tree and went down, became paralyzed from a very simple fall. And now I am absolutely paranoid. And you know, I've been trying to get better, and I think by getting better basically means that I'm trying to do jumps and all of that. But now I realize that I don't want to do that. The obstacles, I don't know. I actually don't really care for the obstacles. Mountain biking, I've never been the type of guy that really likes high risk sort of stuff. I like mountain biking I like to be out doing stuff. It's kind of like a very good cardio. The good thing is that I kind of know this park, Fairland, so I know where to go. If you're new and you're riding like in the snow and it's got some deep snow, you don't know the trails, I think it's a lot more dangerous. I think that's the reason I've shied away from, I'm gonna go this way. I shied away from doing night rides. Like, I just found them to be too difficult. It's like you're struggling with these obstacles, and then you have the complexity of not seeing very well. So I decided, yeah, I think I need to learn to ride in the daylight before I do something like night riding. Night riding does sound cool. I mean, there was even a show about it, Night Rider, but I think he used the car instead. And he drove mostly during the daytime. I've been looking for new bikes. You know, I'm always on the lookout, especially right about now, for a good deal. Oh, this tree fell. a part of the branch. And I've been specifically looking for bikes with 29-inch wheels, because right now is the time to get a very good deal. But yeah, like bikes has just gotten so expensive. I am very paranoid. Look at all these tracks. These guys have been tearing it up here. So I've been looking for what bike I would get next. I actually have 2 scooters, really good scooters, Honda Elites, and I've been contacting people. It's like, hey, if you want to trade, you know, the scooters itself, they're like $2,000 each. So I was thinking, you know, I don't need 2 scooters, so I'll see if I can do a trade. But most of you guys do not like scooters. Oh, I know where I'm at. Here we go. Back to the obstacle course. People have actually gone on the obstacle course in the snow. Ugh. A lot braver than I am. This is gonna put me in the crow's foot trail. Slippery. Yeah. You know, one thing that I seem to not really like with mountain biking is that I don't like the fast downhills. And I think this is one of these sections in Pearland that's a fast downhill. Of course, I'm going the opposite way, but I also don't like the very technical stuff. But the more advanced riders really love that sort of stuff. So, but I like the flowy stuff. I like it like this. But when it starts to get fast, I always hit my brakes. I know that the speed sensation is just there because I'm new, but I just don't feel very comfortable riding at that speed. But if it's flowy, that's what I like. I like it like this, and I try to like get more speed when it has a little bit more cardio work to it. But if it's just downhill, yeah, I don't get that. Like, I find it challenging to climb large hills, and that's really like what I try and do. You know, I'm pretty happy with this bike. It's considered a retro bike at this point. It's almost 20 years old. It's got 26-inch wheels, but when I'm riding it, I'm fine. And I ride with guys with very contemporary mountain bikes, and most of the time, for the most part, I do keep up with them. But definitely seems the technology of the day is getting a 29-inch wheel. That's really what I would like, but the prices on them are way too much. I guess I could buy it, but there's no point. I mean, this gives me a better workout, and I bet starting on a 26-inch wheel like this will probably make me a better rider if I ever move to a 29er. But you know, right now I don't really feel like I need to move to a 29er. It would be easier. And I rode a member of Fairland Park's mountain bike. He had a very fancy, I forgot the name, but it was a top end 29er. And when I was riding that thing, the geometry, the way it felt was just so much better. When you get on this thing, it does feel like it is an antique, but you would have to like get on that modern 29er first and then ride this to really see the difference. But I don't know any better, so if I didn't ride that bike, I wouldn't have really known. The creek is not frozen. All right, Oh man, the rocks are so icy. Shit. All right, let me put this here. The rocks are icy. Oh man. Kind of nuts. All right, here's the creek. Wet creek. But up here, it actually looks kind of dry. Oh, man, not bad. Usually I slip a whole lot more over there. And this is the top. All right, top of the hill. Now we're going to be going down, and this is where all of these riders just lose me. I'm just very paranoid about hitting any tree at any sort of speed. I don't want to get wet, so I'm going to go slow. Okay. This part going up here is it's tricky. This section is a little tricky. There we go. I made that. One time I fell there while a hiker was around. Very embarrassing. But you know, one loop of this, that's a good 45-50 minutes cardio when it's not like snowy. So it feels pretty good. And then you can do like a 2-loop area. If you ride with the right people, they have a way of making these routes seem longer because they'll just take various loops. So that's kind of cool. The Fairland group on Facebook is, oh, there's less people went this way. I'm gonna go this way. So there's like different ways of just taking these routes, and experienced riders really know their way around here. We're getting there. All right, we are almost done. We're almost at the parking lot. You know, as I'm like thinking about riding in the snow and in this temperature, I think really the hardest part is getting up to ride. The initial boost that you need, that's the part that I find hardest. Oh shit. I left the car door open. Quite a bit of snow out there, and I did about 10 miles, which is not bad for these conditions. You know, as I look back into riding in this temperature, I thought that it might be a little bit too snowy, but also I'm not really sure when is that time where you should not be on the trails. But today was fine. Like, I felt the snow very hard underneath, so it felt very frozen, so I don't think I was hurting the trails. There is a mentality that if it's above freezing and it's wet, you shouldn't ride. So that's the way I guess in the future I should do it. But yeah, like, I think the hardest part about riding this temperature is getting up and getting motivated to ride. But once I'm riding, it feels great. Like, inside the park here in Fairland, it felt warmer because you're getting shelter from the wind. And even when it's extremely hot, it's still that sort of thing. It feels cooler in the summer and it feels hotter in the winter. So, but that was a good ride. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.